You are turning in 10 minutes of BPTV News, brought to you by Binh Phuoc television station and newspaper. I'm the one with the latest news for today. Government official hold online meeting with Binh Phuoc province. Binh Phuoc improves quality of local education materials. State leader has dedications by Vĩnh Long Revolution contributors. Central Bank demands stronger promotion of cashless payment. Member of the Party Central Committee and Minister and Chairman of the Government Office, Trần Văn Sơn has held an online working session with the Provincial People Committee on the control of administrative procedures, as well as the guaranteeing of necessary information to serve the government management.
According to a report delivered at the meeting, the province administrative procedure reform has seen positive results thanks to timely instruction from the Administrative Procedures Control Agency and the Government Office and the sound coordination between relevant agencies in Binh Phuoc province. Payment of taxes and land-related fees can now be conducted online, meeting the requirements of individuals and organizations. Minister Trần Văn Sơn spoke highly of the province's achievements in administrative procedures control and its efforts to guarantee necessary information for the province leadership, direction, and management. He asked Binh Phuoc to give priority to digital infrastructure development and to further its administrative procedure reform.
A conference was held recently by the Provincial Department of Education and Training in cooperation with the Phương Nam Education Investment and Development JSC to collect opinions and improve local education resources for grade 4.
Education resource compilation is divided into 8 different topics, helping students have a better insight into local geography and socio-economic development, while gaining confidence and adopting appropriate social behavior. Local education and training bureaus, teachers, and representatives from sectors and branches at the conference voiced their opinions on the materials layout, image quality, and updated figures. Some raised concerns over the suitability of the questions in the materials. Deputy Director of the Provincial Department of Education and Training, Lê Hải Đăng, highly valued the opinions, asking the editorial board to complete the materials for appraisal in mid-June.
The Binh Phuoc Central for Employment Services has joined hands with the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union and Youth Federation of Dong Xoài City to hold the 5th job fair in 2023.
The fair drew the participation of more than 500 young people from communes, wards, and 3 high schools in Dong Xoài City. They were briefed about recruitment demand in Binh Phuoc province and countries such as Japan, the Republic of Korea, China, and Germany, as well as workers' rights and accountability at enterprises and vocational training for youth union members. The fair also provided other information on the enrollment and study programs abroad.
Moving on to the top stories around the country, President Võ Văn Thưởng had a meeting with a delegation of 70 revolution contributors from the Mekong Delta province of Vĩnh Long in Hanoi on May 30.
The Vĩnh Long delegates include war invalids, those used to be imprisoned by enemies or affected by Agent Orange dioxin, martyrs, relatives, and families of revolution's contributors. The delegates appreciated the party, state, and society's attention and assistance to revolution's contributors nationwide, including those in Vĩnh Long. They pledged to uphold revolutionary traditions, set good examples, and educate younger generations on the traditions so that Vĩnh Long will develop more strongly in the future. President Thưởng said the party, state, and people always keep in mind the service rendered to the nations by martyrs, war invalids, and other revolution's contributors. The leader hailed the contributors' efforts to overcome hardships and educate the young. He expressed a hope that they will keep upholding their hometown traditions to further help with local and national development.
Minister Phạm Minh Chính visited orphans and disadvantaged children in Hanoi on the occasion of International Children's Day.
Inspecting the facilities of the Hagman Manor School, Prime Minister Chính praised the efforts of its teachers and staff, who are dedicated to raising orphans and special disadvantaged children over the past time. He expressed his wish that the teachers, especially those who were former students of the school, would continue trying their best to teach and inspire the children to become good citizens in the future. The government's leader also hoped that the students would continue to be obedient, study well, and do well the 5 things Uncle taught, so that they can take care of themselves and contribute to the countries after graduation. Visiting the Centre for Integration Education Development Support under the National College of Education, Prime Minister Chính carefully inquired about the students' learning. He wished that they will overcome all difficulties, be confident and study well to contribute to society in the future. Speaking to the teaching staff and students of the schools, the government's leader affirms that the party and state always pays special attention to the protection and care of children, creating the best conditions for children to develop comprehensively and have a safety and healthy living environment. He asked ministries, branches and authorities at all levels to focus on effectively solving difficulties that the education sector is facing. On this occasion, the Prime Minister awarded more than 200 scholarships to students and presented gifts to 2 schools.
President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân met the high-ranking delegation of the National Council of the Solidarity Front for the Development of Cambodian Motherland in Hanoi on May 30.
The Vice President affirmed that Vietnam always attaches great importance to and gives high priority to strengthening the traditional friendship and cooperation relations between the 2 countries. She highly appreciated the close cooperation between the Cambodian Front and the Vietnam Fatherland Front over the recent time. She hoped that the 2 fronts would continue strengthening the work of education so that the 2 peoples, especially the youth, would be more aware of the importance of the 2 countries' relations. Nhem Valley, Permanent Vice President and Secretary General of the Cambodian Front, briefed the host about Cambodia's recent socio-economic development. On this occasion, the guest expressed his thanks to the support Vietnam provided Cambodia in its fight against the former genocidal regime, as well as in the national construction and development today.
The State Bank of Vietnam has requested banks, branches of foreign banks, and providers of intermediary payment services to take steps to continue promoting cashless payment and the implementation of the national digital transformation.
The move is set to help with the plan on developing the application of resident data and electronic identification and authentication to serve national digital transformation for the 2022 to 2025 period, with a vision to 2030. The banks, foreign banks branches were told to actively carry out practical activities in response to the Cashless Day 2023, the 16th of June, and throughout June. Besides, the central bank recommended banks and branches of foreign banks in Vietnam coordinate with payment acceptance units such as power, water and telecom service suppliers, to hold promotion events and advertise their services to encourage cashless payment.
Now that is the end of our bulletin today. To read what this news, you can download the BPTV Go or visit our website and YouTube channel. Now thanks for staying with us and see you next time.